may I speak to देव साहब? तो दिल्ली में रहेंगे, थिएटर करेंगे, टेलीविजन करेंगे. उसका खिड़की का बत्ती जब बंद होता था, फिर मैं घर जाता था. There was something that they sparked when they came together. He was young and he was just wanting to impress her. Just a blast of energy, I remember. Spot boy idhar aana. So he one day told me, he says, uska naam hai. Tanuja was asked to just shut up.
Tanuja Chaturvedi, welcome to Artwork on Connected to India.
Thank you so much, Himanshu. What a joy to be connecting to Indians abroad.
Congratulations on your book, very interestingly titled Hum Dono, the Dev and Goldie story. Goldie, of course, being the nickname for Dev Anand's younger brother, Vijay Anand. You've had the pleasure of meeting one of the most good-looking and stylish actors of all times. Tell me, how was it when you met him the first time?
Just a blast of energy, I remember.
Wow.
So when I met him, it was such some lucky, angel came and whispered, because it was my birthday and I just on a whim gave him a call. I mean, I just called that number, which was his residence, 747 it was ending with. And I said, may I speak to Dev Saab? Expecting to hear, nahi, abhi saab ghar pe nahi hai, aap kaun bol rahe hain, and all that. Because these are not the zamanas of mobile phone. And I got a response saying, Dev here. And usually he's a great fan from FTI and also he very graciously invited me to meet him at the Anand Sound Studio. So much I met him as a child. Also at the premiere of Pyar Mohabbat, where he picked me up in his godi. I was very, very surprised to find that there was a man who was not sashaying about what he's achieved, what he's done. He was very curious about me. I was a newcomer and he was asking me, how much rent do you pay? Where do you eat in Bombay? How do you commute? How are you managing in such an expensive city? It was I who felt like I'm such a big star,
Talking about your own personal interest, at what stage in life did you decide that you will be involved with the film industry?
I mean, I'm a late bloomer, I think, so I had no clue really what I wanted to do. I was in Hindu college, then I was in Delhi University doing my MA and thinking I'll do theatre and all that, I just thought I'll have a good life. And Delhi is where I come from. Delhi mein rahenge and, theatre karenge, television karenge and all that. Nothing beyond that. So then I came down to Bombay and Sudhir Mishra was like an older brother to me. So Sudhir actually put this whole idea that you join the Film and Television Institute of India. So he took me to Raj Kamal studio where Renu Saluja was editing Mohan Joshi Hazir of Syed Mirza's. I told Sudhir, I can't sit on a chair. How will I do this? He's saying this is the soul of a film. So you better, this is what you've got to go and learn.
And how did the idea of Hum Dono come about to you?
So when I was going and teaching, the kids didn't know Guru Dutt. And I was like, how can you be in a film school and not know Guru Dutt? So I was feeling this lacuna, and every time I would show them a Devanand Vijay Anand film, they would be just completely awestruck and saying, ma'am, why hasn't anybody shown us this? And I was feeling there's a gap. So on an off chance, on Facebook, I just wrote a little article about Goldie Saab and Dev Saab's first film, Naudo Gyara. And then a friend said, and then my husband said, then lots of friends started saying, why don't you do it as a book? But Himanshu, that was 6 years back. So I was like, I had never written a book and I never felt I was worthy enough to write a book. But there was just one thing that sort of, that voice which went on saying, if not you, who? Because I'd learned so much life lessons from Dev Saab. I'd worked with him. And in a small measure, no comparison. I share Goldie Saab's skill sets. I'm a trained editor. I'm a writer. So I write dialogue, screenplay. I'm a director. So I said, if anybody else, it's like the blind man and the elephant. No, I could look at the whole picture and then the combination that these two people were. They were very individualistic people. They were extraordinary people, extraordinary talents. But there was something that they sparked when they came together. It was the collaboration. It was the coming together, which was so exciting. And when they came together, they made their 8 path-breaking films, genre-breaking films. You've got a Jewel Thief, you've got a Tere Mere Sapne, you've got a Tere Ghar Ke Samne, a Hum Dono, Guide, Johnny Mera Naam. What are we talking about? So then that doubting Tanuja was asked to just shut up, and I sat and I wrote. And then it took me lots of edits, finally, to find a publisher. I needed to do it for myself.
If you were to pick up your top 3 from these 8-10 films, what would they be? What would those top 3 be?
On a depressed day, it would be Tere Ghar Ke Samne. My all-time favorite, of course, will be Guide and Johnny Mera Naam. Jewel Thief, of course.
So coming to Goldie Anand, you've called him a risk taker in your book. And why would you say he was a risk taker? And if you were to compare him with the current set of directors, who would he come closest to?
Goldie Sir was a risk taker because after you've made Guide, it's like a career marker. It's the benchmark against which you will always be measured. The amount of genres Goldie Sahab was melding was amazing. He never sort of rested on the laurels of things that he'd done in the past. So after you're doing this you've mastered, and then you do a Johnny Mera Naam. He set a blueprint for generations to come. The climax of Johnny Mera Naam is a 5-act structure. Now Goldie suddenly does a Tere Mere Sapne, which is about the brain drain of India. He always challenged himself because he had some sort of a exploration. He was exploring something very personal within the larger format. For a Devanand, Vijayanand, I think we all are the children. We all are the soul kids. I am. Rajkumar Hirani is. My batchmate Sanjay Bansali is. Sriram Raghavan is. We carry something of Goldie in us, all of us. Most technically proficient filmmakers coming from India after that generation was Mukul Anand. Now when I went back to see a Khuda Gawah and I see the Tu Na Ja Mere Badshah, that kind of shot taking, she's on a height, he's going further and further away. That's very Goldie. That's so Goldie. It's amazing.
Devanand was compared with Gregory Peck. Do you remember, or did you have a discussion with him about what did he think about that comparison?
It wasn't him so much as his sweetheart that time, his love. Suraya used to think he looked a lot like Gregory Peck. So he was young and he was just wanting to impress her. So once we had to go and buy some properties in town. So while we were driving down Marine Drive, suddenly turned to me and he pointed to a house across the road. And he says, she stays there. Then he pointed to a pavement this side and he says, I used to stand for hours, like in the evening, in the night. उसका खिड़की का बत्ती जब बंद होता था, फिर मैं घर जाता था. He was so gallant. He was so, he was so wonderful to women. That just came, this kind of courtesy. I've not seen anybody in the industry. Even Wahida ji went on record this time on his centenary to say that anytime Asha Parekh, Sadhna or she said they would affectionately put his hand on our shoulder. And he had such a clean vibe that we just felt wonderful. Even when we were working, normally I hope to spot boy idhar aana. So he one day told me, he says, uska naam hai. Naam se bulao.
Last question before I let you go. It's nothing to do with the book, but do you think Lapata Ladies is a good entry from India to Oscar 2025?
No comments.
No comment. Okay. All right. Fantastic speaking to you, Tanuja. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
On Hum Dono, your book, and thank you once again for talking to us.
I hope lots of your viewers also pick up the book and read. It's going to be a journey down memory lane, India, cinema, Devanand, Goldie Anand. So I really wish that. Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to reading the book, watching the films, and then getting back to you. What did I think of it?
You must. Thanks so much.
Thanks very much.